espérate, háblame un momento que acabo de lanzar el streaming, ¿vale? Para probar solamente el audio.
Hola, hola, hola.
Espera, ahora te digo. Ahora te digo que lo acabo de lanzar. Vamos a ver. Vale. Venga, háblame. Vale.
Hola, probando 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Vale, ya está. Corto, ¿vale?
Vale.
Papelitos.
A ti no te toca hablar tampoco, qué relajaos. Carlos, ¿quién es el del alzacuellos blanco de primera fila con el fular azul?
Ese es Quique Cera.
Ah, lo he pensado.
Ese es Quique Cera.
Ya sabes que es el jesuita de la YET.
Es que sale en vídeo.
Sí, está relacionado familiarmente, no sé si con algún político del PP relevante, y las infantas, los sobrinos de las infantas y tal y cual han pasado todos por por Vietnam, el voluntariado.
Amigo de familia mía.
Ah, sí. Vale. Vale.
Good morning to everybody. Welcome to Comillas. Welcome to this graduation ceremony of Advantere School of Management. The academic ceremony begins now. And the following have the floor Ms. Iciar Izcue, student of the Master in Finance, Ms. Marifer Salas, student of the Master in Talent Management, and Mr. Juan Ignacio Rossi, student of the Master in International Management.
Thank you, esteemed Rector Magnificus of Deusto University, esteemed Rector Magnificus of Pontificia Comillas University, distinguished authorities, professors and students, dear fellow classmates, and ladies and gentlemen. Today marks a significant milestone as we all gather here all together to celebrate the successful completion of our masters. We must say that it is an honor for us three to stand here before you, but most importantly, to represent all of our colleagues sitting here today. When we first embarked on these rigorous programs, we were filled with excitement. We all had dreams, aspirations, and a burning desire to make a difference in the world. Isn't that right, Juan Ignacio?
Yes, clearly it's here. And this has been a big year for us. Not only did Argentina win the World Cup, which is a big deal, but we also went through our first year at Advantere. Now, let's get straight to the point. In this changing world, it's tough to take new challenges and risks. And when it comes to choosing the right school for your master's degree, it's not an easy decision to make. When we first heard about Advantere, most of us didn't have a clue what this was all about. But one thing was crystal clear from the beginning. We wanted to be part of something bigger, to create an impact on society. We didn't just want to be another group studying for a master's degree. We wanted to be the ones shaping Advantere. But creating this was not easy. In our first year, many things didn't always go as planned. We faced many challenges and took detours along the way. But when you're building something new, it is normal that sometimes things don't go as planned. We knew it wouldn't be easy, but we took the risk because we believed it would be worth it. If we wanted to see real change, we knew we had to do things differently, and that's exactly what we did. But what is Advantere about? Although it's complex to summarize in just a few sentences, we can describe Advantere as a state-of-the-art school that provides exceptional education while also prioritizing core values. Because the soul of Advantere is the Jesuit spirit. Because Advantere is about working hard, sometimes very hard, to achieve goals that at the first moment seem to be unreachable. Because Advantere is about the famous triple bottom line, people, profits, and planet. And we don't leave anyone aside. It's about helping each other, taking care of the people you are working with, and being aware of the environment you are involved. Because Advantere is about ser más para servir mejor, as San Ignacio de Loyola used to say. Despite the fast-changing world we live in, education has been slow to keep up, staying stagnant for decades without adequately addressing the evolving needs and challenges brought by technology and social shifts. It was evident that someone needed to take a different approach to have different outcomes. And the individuals in this auditorium, our cohort, did just that. We were not merely participants, we were co-creators of this school, alongside the directors and professors. Advantere represents a new era of education, embracing PBL, which means projects-based learning, or learning by doing, or do it, fail, and you will learn. and personalized education with a strong foundation in the Jesuit values. Without a doubt, challenges lie ahead, but being part of this cohort throughout the year has been truly rewarding. What an incredible journey it has been. Now, talking to my classmates of the Master in International Management, We have learned from many experiences, really different ones, from crafting paper airplanes in Marcelo's class to representing the school in many projects, like the Inditex one, for example. These moments gave us valuable lessons in teamwork, project management, and practical skills. Big thanks also to Jaime and Robert, our master's directors, who always support and help us. And when I'm saying always, it is a big always. Now, if I can ask you, Itziar, which were the main challenges that you encountered?
Of course you can, Juani. They have certainly not been only a few, and I really remember one at the very beginning in the presentations that each of the masters had. Our master director, Jorge, told us from the very beginning that we weren't here to have fun with a very serious face, and that our journey throughout the master was going to be a tough one. At that very moment, he warned us of the coming months, and we didn't even have a clue at the time. Then came our first in-company project with N26, that we must admit that it wasn't a very bold decision to leave the things until the very end and see us all the Sunday before presenting in Barcelona at the Impact Hub. However, I do believe that that specific Sunday really portrays what MIF truly is, which is in essence a team always up for any challenge and willing to leverage anything we have just to move things forward. And do you all remember when we were in Deusto with multiple projects, homeworks, exams, and they were all due the following week? Our levels of stress there couldn't have been higher, and at that moment, MIF students really just wanted for the world to stop, and for us just to be able to enjoy our so-called croquetas, our so-called bringa, or our tostada de salmorejo y jamón at El Capataz. I must say that it has certainly been a wild ride, and we all know that it hasn't been easy at all, but we've made it till the very end. We're here, and that is exactly what we've learned throughout this year and throughout this master, which is to strive through difficult times, to improvise, and to even cultivate our acting skills through the little shows we delivered in each of our presentations. No, but seriously, life isn't going to be easy, and the next couple of months or the next couple of years may certainly be far from easy, but they will be rewarding in the end, and we'll learn a lot from each stone we encounter in our path, as we've done up until now. So having said this, Mafet, what have you learned throughout this year?
Thank you. Well, I will promise not cry today, but I'm not sure. Okay, well, it's here. We have learned several things here in this year, and I will invite all of you to look back to who you were at the first beginning, and I'm gonna cry now. And, oh my God, give me 1 second. And where you are starting in the journey, and the one that you are today. Well, I had different stories. Everyone had different stories that led us today here, for 4 different continents and for 21 different countries. Well, we are all grown tremendously, not only in skills, but also in personal development. I remember how we communicated and we presented ourselves in classes, and I'm truly impressed by how much we have improved. I just can't believe that I was so afraid to present in one of the classes, because I need to present my topic in English. And when I came here, my English, it was broken. But then I decided, I think that it was a better idea to present with a TikTok. And then in labor law class, I present with a TikTok in front of everyone, because I was really afraid to speak in English in front of everyone. And at the end of this year, I also had the chance to interview Tosca Musk, it's like the Elon Musk sister. And I'm also today here speaking in front of everyone. And the fear never left me, and the fear never disappeared, but we have learned how to power through it and use into our own advantage. This part, Radia helped me to build it. And when we arrive to Advantere, we have a vision of the future benefits that we will earn upon completing this education year. But now we had arrived, this moment arrived, and we already have the abilities and the knowledge with us. And we have successfully completed very enriching year, discovering aspects that we could never have imagined when the first began. As we reach the end of the journey, we carry more than knowledge. We carry with the friendship of colleagues, with warm memories, and the invaluable experience that will shape our lives forever. I have one word to describe MTM class, and that word will be evolution. This experience has been intensive, driven by our development in a high speed, and I want to all to stop for a second and think for all the valuable things that you create and the meaningful connection that you create this year. It's fascinating. It's fascinating to think that 12 months ago, we started like strangers, but now we have friends in another part of the world, and that you can count with them and learn from them. I think that I will be speaking for all and everyone in MTM class when I say thank you to Pedro Cesar for your patience, for your passion, and for your caring about us. Because at the end of the day, these are the memories that we're gonna keep for the rest of our lives. So, my dear friends, colleagues, we did it. And let's also remind us together in the future, and let's continue grow to evolve and face challenges with courage. And I'm so excited for what the future holds for us, and I'm grateful to have this experience with you and to share this experience with all of everyone. And thank you so much, and congratulations, everyone.
Thank you very much, Itziar, Mariferi, and Juan Ignacio. Ms. Pilar López, Vice President, Strategic Partnership at Microsoft, has now the floor.
Buenos días. Good morning, everyone. Rectores de Deusto y de Pontificia Comillas, autoridades, los profesores, los estudiantes y amigos. It's a real honor for me to be here today with the first graduating class of Advantere, School of Management. I am representing the mentors and the companies that collaborate with this initiative. When Blanca, where is Blanca? When Blanca Gomez asked me to be a mentor for the program, I already knew how difficult it would be to find the time to do it with quality. What I also knew is that I would get more out of the experience that I was going to contribute. It's always like that. So thank you, Blanca, thank you, Advantere, and thank you, Juan Ignacio, for the experience and for the opportunity to participate in this program. The mentors are part of this educational project in the same way that the companies contribute with relevant projects so that the participants in the program can learn while making a difference. The students have carried out projects for organizations such as Inditex, Bankinter, L'Oréal, Entity Data, Prosegur, Vocento, N26, Mao San Miguel. They have also contributed to social projects carried out with UNICEF, Entre Culturas, and NASCO. I am aware of the relevance of these projects. I've got to know some of them, and the fresh and disruptive perspectives that have been offered from this extended school that the mentors and company form together. And on such a special day like today, I would like to reflect on the importance of maintaining those networks and the power they have if they are nurtured properly. The networks, meaning the companies with their projects and the leaders and employees in these companies, the mentoring relationships, and here I was planning to talk today in Spanish, and then I found out that the language of the school was English, which, by the way, makes a lot of sense. So I had to leverage ChatGPT to do a translation, like right away, like with. And I found out that the word mentorship doesn't exist in Spanish. And I mean, to be honest, tutor and mentor are very different things. So I don't know what you think, but I really like that I'm talking about mentors and I'm talking about a mentoring relationship, not so much like a tutoria or something like that. I just think it's amazing the role that the mentors can play and the network of mentors can play throughout our lives and throughout your life for the students. The relationship with the school, that's another big element of this network of sponsors. And obviously the relationship among the students. All of these networks contribute to the creation of a great network of sponsors that can and should be very relevant in the professional future of our students. Let me go a little bit deeper in every one of them. The companies. Well, the companies, and especially the most successful ones, have today big difficulty to access disruption, to access different perspectives, and to access unbiased advice. Bias, I mean, without any commercial interest. It gets very difficult. And the new generations are fundamental when it comes to keeping in touch with reality and with the way of thinking and acting of consumers and customers, not to mention the new ways of working. Then the mentors, the tutors, the curiosity, the generational difference, and the way of seeing life of our students provide an opportunity for reverse mentoring that cannot be missed. Perhaps next year we can even contemplate the figure of the reverse mentor so that curiosity is not deployed only in one direction. And what do I mean by that? Well, it was at times difficult to ask questions myself, given the aggressive curiosity of my mentee. What it means for the school, well, especially for a new school like Advantere. And here, if there is something that professionals truly value, is that our schools, our universities feel always like home. Few weeks ago, I was talking to El Rector, and I mean, he said something like, this is always your home. This is, and you cannot imagine how important that is for professionals in general. It becomes a reference place throughout your professional life, and today, technology makes that connection and that closeness possible, especially at a time when our students will be professionals around the world, not just in Spain. And then finally, a message to our students. And for them, please do not underestimate the importance of maintaining and nurturing the network of relationships of this first graduating class. One thing I have learned throughout my professional career is the role your peers play to push you up, to propel you upwards. They're probably the most important people in that process. Students, always be there for your classmates. Be a stimulus and be a reference to continue on the path of education and learning throughout your life. Thanks again for the opportunity, and congratulations to all of you and to the school for this first class and many more to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pilar. Dr. Guillermo Cisneros, Advantere's Managing Director and Dean, has the floor.
Okay, you don't know how nervous I am. Esteemed Rector Magnificus University of Deusto, Rector Magnificus Pontificia University of Comillas, distinguished authorities, faculty and students, ladies and gentlemen. In my name and the Advantere team, first I would like to thank the Advantere board, who is with us today. Without them, we wouldn't be here celebrating, for sure. Also, in a particular way, thanks to the faculty, the organizations bringing challenging projects, and the mentors who guided the students. Without their experience, without their know-how, without their excellence, you made the difference. Many thanks to the professionals from Comillas, Deusto, and Georgetown, who silently work alongside with us, with generosity, solving problems, solving issues that you don't know, but you're not aware, but many thanks to them. And now I want to address myself to the students and their families in a special way, because this celebration belongs to you. This celebration is your day. Well, when I sat down, Pilar, I have a same story. I sat down before the blank screen, and I was, okay, I don't know what to write for the speech. And then my daughter, Elena, who is about your age, saw me and said, Dad, what are you doing? And I said, okay, I'm writing a speech. Dad, use ChatGPT. It's much easier. I was curious. I entered ChatGPT. Pilar, well, this is a good solution. You know already. And after the corresponding question, surprisingly, an amazing speech emerged. Beautiful words, unbeatable. Okay, and I thought I couldn't written anything better. But when I read it again, I realized that could have been used for any graduation, any school, any group of students, any programs. But it did not speak from the heart. It did not speak from the unique moments we live together. It did not speak from the memories that will always remain with us. You had moments of all kinds, moments of discovery when visiting new places, of inspiration from faculty, mentors, guest leaders, of great pride when we watch you brilliantly presenting, and sometimes surprises, presenting and receiving congratulations. We received so many congratulations about you from companies and from the audience, of frustration when things were not turning out as we expected, tension and discouragement when we were overwhelmed by the work, and moments of joy and celebration like today. Something that know very well your relatives and loved ones, we would like to especially thank to them for the support to you. And we feel very honored to share some part of your life in your personal growth. Because when you live together, you work with people you care about, for whom you want for whom you want the best in life, to whom you want to give the best, from whom you expect the best. There are all kinds of moments and feelings, except indifference. And now, share a small sample of highlights we lived together. The very first day at Advantere, dancing and singing with Oliver in the Patio Inglés. Your 35 faces when Jorge was telling you about the intensity of the finance boot camp. By the way, did he say literally that it was going to be hell? You are such a motivator, Jorge. Impressive. Great moments with your mentors, their generosity going beyond expectations, despite their challenges, professional challenges. We have to thank all of them. You are making relationships that are going to have immense value for your lives. Thanks especially to Joaquin Uris, who is here representing Elian's family. Your project presentations where you master the just-in-time method, okay? Like rehearsing in the train, going to Barcelona for the 26th presentation, or going to Zara brand new offices who were smelling just painted, or in Solán de Cabras where you love sparkling water. Or the visits to companies, organizations, opening your minds like Santori, learning how talent management, modern talent management is, and how important lifelong learning is in your lives. Or when visiting Deusto, discovering not only what an amazing university is, but most importantly, that in Bilbao never ask for tapas. It's like an insult. It's pinchos, okay? That's important. And the fantastic Business for Impact Week in Georgetown, where you were literally on fire, you remember? And the great impressions you left to the wonderful faculty. Finally, something that you surely know, but it should be said, that we wish and hope the best for you, to proudly follow your personal and professional achievements, and above all, that you are and will always be part of Advantere in a very special way. Because there is nothing that creates a more lasting memory, a more valuable impression, a deeper learning than the first times. The first trip, the first concert, the first love. You are our first students, those who dare and believe, who co-created with us. And for this reason, you will always have a special role, a unique memory for us, and you will be part of the history of Advantere. In our new building that will soon be inaugurated, in homage and memory of you, you will always be present as a group and individuals with this mural that will be located at the entrance. It will be forever your home. Father Arrupe said, I am not resigned to the fact that when I die, the world will continue as if I had not lived. Advantere graduating class, you have already left a mark on us. You already made a difference. Keep it going in becoming the best for the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Guillermo. Ms. Eva Castillo, Advantere board member, has the floor.
Thank you very much. Buenos días, esteemed Rector Magnificus of Deusto University, Rector Magnificus of Pontificia Comillas University, distinguished authorities, dear professors and students, ladies and gentlemen. Some of my remarks might be similar to Pilar's or Guillermo's or some others, but I think today is a very important day for students, and I'm representing you as well. So it is a great pleasure. I'm going to drink some water before I need some hydration. Madre mía. Guillermo, you're nervous, but I'm also. Well, it is, as I said, a great pleasure to be here with you all, representing and sponsoring the first class of students of Advantere School of Management, and I say it with big words because it is very important, in their graduation day. And I am la madrina, which, you know, in other languages, I don't find, like tutors and mentors, I don't know how to say it. So I prefer to say la madrina. I have been involved in the creation of Advantere School of Management since the beginning as an independent board member. Having been myself a student of Comillas, I studied many, many years ago, law and business here in these same classes as you are right now. So I feel very, very proud that this new project is here in this aula magna today. When I was asked by Carlos to be a sponsor of the first class of students in the graduation day, I really felt honored, and I started thinking what could be a good message for all of you, having received so many messages so far. So first of all, and it is repeating and will be repeating throughout the ceremony of today, today is a day for celebration. For students, their families and friends, for professors and staff of Advantere, because the mission has been accomplished successfully in this first year of life, which, as Guillermo has mentioned, has never been easy, and the rectores, I'm sure, will repeat later. The project has been delivered, and the most important outcome is this first class of students that you will be remembered in the history of this school forever. And also you have a new place to go, very, very, very nice building. Secondly, and very importantly, today is a day to say thanks. To say thanks to the Deusto University, Comillas University, for committing in the creation of Advantere, together with the cooperation and strategic partnership of the Georgetown University. Of course, it is ultimately a thanks to the Society of Jesus, Nuestra Compañía de Jesús, that continues promoting and innovating education by the principles and values of San Ignacio de Loyola, San Ignatius of Loyola. Big, big thanks for committing resources economically, for committing staff, for sharing best practices, and for taking so many big risks in very uncertain times, because we were born prior and during the pandemic. Thanks as well to the 61 students of this class. I call you the pioneers, and I'll let you know in small messages why I believe you are pioneers and why you have a responsibility, not just back to your classmates, the society, or this university. Because you joined Advantere knowing that we were a new project, took your risks, and finally decided to participate in the project. So we're also very, very thankful. Thanks to the professors and staff who also assumed many risks in joining and decided to create this resolutionary method into a school of management, the way of doing things, which is very new and definitely very new here in this country. In the chapter of being thankful, we want to say thank you, as Pilar did earlier, or Guillermo did earlier, to those companies, multinationals, small companies, NGOs, and I have here Carmen, that represents Tomillo, and I really, really like what she does, that have accepted the Advantere, the students, professors, for the multiple and interesting projects and practices throughout the year. I cannot forget the good number of mentors. Being a mentor myself, I'm very happy they participated in meeting, for example, Jesus, my mentee, that I hope, Jesus, we keep in touch forever. Special mention, and I know he will hate this, to Guillermo Cisneros for leading us all into the creation of Advantere, convincing us, attracting good professor staff, and for creating a very different school of management. And here is my message to the class of 2022-2023 Advantere School of Management. I call you the pioneers. And pioneers' responsibilities or your duties now in the workplace and in the society, what I call the future, because you just finished today. So now what? The future. What does it mean to be pioneer and foresee the future, to be visionaries? No? It is a reality that you have concluded a successful year at Advantere School of Management, full of knowledge, full of experiences, friends, and hopefully ideas. Like I talked with Jesus, he has so many that I have to cut him down half of them. So hopefully many ideas come from after a year like the one you had today. So now it is time to put in practice all that it is in your hands and in your brains to inspire, to participate, to create, to innovate, to share, to co-share, to collaborate in whatever task you decide to be involved in this new and in this open world that you will be facing from tomorrow. You are truly a diverse international group of persons with talent, a new set of experiences that very few have the opportunity to absorb or be part of. I've been in many ceremonies in this aula magna. I've never seen so many different nationalities, so many diverse faces, so much talent. So you have a task now to go. You belong to a class, but hopefully not so exclusive, that can be part of others' lives. The word exclusive can have a positive or a negative meaning or reference. So take the very positive of being an exclusive group of persons, but be close to others, help others, and think what to do for others. Coming from your very exclusive knowledge and experience, be a connector with others, like Pilar said earlier. The world, as always, is full of uncertainties, but you can be a good member of the new world that you will be facing. At this point, let me make a reference to someone that Guillermo has mentioned earlier, and we had not talked to each other, that has always inspired me for his leadership, humble approach to life, and for searching for solutions to difficult problems, very similar to our message of resolutionary. Father Arrupe, a Jesuit who served as Superior General of the Society of Jesus from 1965 to 1983. He had many, many qualities and attributes. But to me and for all of you, please, today, he was a visionary and he was a pioneer in almost everything he did. But one specific area that he highlighted, he was highlighted forever. He founded the JRS, the Jesuits Refugee Services, to help and attend those who have been forgotten in the world. Today, those to me are migrants, are people that are not, they don't belong to a country, or they're trying to find a country. Well, Father Arrupe many years ago found a way to create the JRS. With his leadership, we learned from him to live in this life with some positive messages that I would like to relate to you today. First of all, be ahead of your time. Defend justice. Be attentive of the signs of to the signs of the times. The importance not of what it is said, but what it is done. We cannot resolve today's problems with solutions from yesterday. Look for people that have the future in their veins, in their bones. Well, Father Arrupe was a visionary, a doer, a practical individual, and also a very inspiring with his spiritual teachings. He was a charismatic leader. What I say, this is the resolutionary concept and the method that you've been learning similarly here. Advantere is just that, and you have it in the web very openly. The world doesn't care about what you know. They care about what you can do with what you know. Learning by doing, learning by living, learning by designing, and most importantly, it is going beyond oneself. If you allow me a few more minutes, let me give you a few final personal remarks that I've been hammering Jesus for a while, so now it's your turn to receive them, that I hope they are useful for each of you personally. It is a fact that you are all native digitals, and I hope, Pilar, you don't mind what I'm going to say. You have been surrounded by technology since birth, and you deal with it with such impressive skills and natural approach. Learn to use technology and get the best out of it, but do not forget that you will succeed yourselves personally, person by person, by being holistic human beings. And a few simple but hopefully useful messages. Enjoy and cultivate your contacts and relationships. Build a network and nurture it. Use it when you need it, exactly the same as Pilar mentioned. Another one, be humble in the successes of your lives and be resilient in the difficulties and low times, because they will come and will be there, the best learnings. Seek advice of true friends and advisors. Use a mentor to seek the truth. The truth is difficult to find. Can be a friend, can be a parent, can be any of us. Travel, yes, travel, and be open. The world is to continue being absorbed and continue absorbing experiences and knowledge. Bring the values of Advantere into the marketplace. Put attention into people, and into detail. Think big, don't be small, and trust yourselves. Last but not least, and I think it's been mentioned earlier, be there for the next generations. As big bodies for the next Advantere students, become role models. Your feedback will give the reputation of this school forever. Thank you very much, and all the best to all of you.
Thank you very much, Eva. Thank you very much, Madrina.
You're the only one who knows what it's like to be me. Someone to face the day with, making through all the rest with. Someone I always love with, and never was so much with you, yeah. Or even your year, I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you, 'cause you're there for me too. I'll be there.
Thank you very much. We begin now the stall imposition ceremony. This imposition begins according to the order in which the students will be called by Mr. Vice Rector for Institutional Relations and Secretary General, Mr. Federico de Montalvo.
Okay, before starting with the imposition of graduation stalls, one sorry and two requests. Sorry about the way I am going to pronounce some of the names. Some of you, and this is also my case, don't make it easy. Requests. One for the students. I am going to call you by group of around 5, 6 students. You should wait at the floor for the last, but not least, of the group. How do I know who is the last? This is going to be very easy, because his or her name will be preceded by the conjunction an. An So when you have listened and, this is the last of the group. Then, after the stall, graduation stall have been imposed, you must turn around and to wait for the photograph. Pictures. So then you can leave the floor, okay? And a second request for the parents, relatives, friends. We are here to applaud our students, to clap our hands strongly. They deserve. But there is an optimal time to do it. And the worst time to do it, so not the optimal to do it, is when I am calling the names. Everybody wants to be his or her name listened, okay? So after this, and during the imposition of graduation stalls, you can clap your hands. Even I request you clap your hands, please, okay? Let's start with the imposition of graduation stalls. Masters in International Management, Simón Alés. When I call your name, you should come. This is the Simón Alés. Philip Seliman Ama. No, you can come. Don't wait. Let's go. Philip Seliman Ama Ampo. Blanca Arregui Pérez de Loza. Merian Ben Said. Beatriz Capote Ochoa de Retana. and Ignacio Carballeda Díez Ponce.
Huge congratulations. Well done. And now, very good look at what's coming on.
Let's continue with the same masters. Ángel Casado Fernández, Matthew Cornatti, Ki Dillamilatou, Nicolás Eguía, Juan Cruz Guiraudo y Anne Frederica Clenham Goni.
And very best luck.
Congratulations.
Turn around.
From the same masters, Jaime González Puigcerver, Domirimber Capatehuichi, Pablo Martín Mingo, Pablo Mata Arencibia, David José Mateus dos Santos, and Álvaro Merino Páramo.
Well done, and best luck for everything. Congrats.
From the same masters, Beatriz María Mor Jimeno, Javier Ordoqui Troyas, Elian Miguel Osorio Moro, Lorena Lisbeth Pajarito Gutiérrez, Natalia Reguera Alfonso, and Rick.
Felicidades, Javier, grandísima enhorabuena. Va por todas ahora, enhorabuena.
Members of the presidency, remember to start with imposition when the last has come.
Okay.
Okay, let's continue. Claire Roche Naut, Juan Ignacio Rossi, Melida Saadi, Estela Valls Gras, and Victoria Vigliano.
Que nos han regañado. Hasta que suba la última, que ya está. Ahora ya sí. Bueno, grandísima enhorabuena. Felicidades y muchísima suerte para todo lo que viene ahora, con fuerza y energía. Felicidades.
Nikolai Michel Wasdovich, and Irina Zuraska.
Yo creía que tenía que ir al final. A los rectores.
Now we are going to change the program. Masters in Finance. Marta Marisol Acevedo Larralde. Abel Alonso Morejón. María José Carriles Limón. Marián Gárate Sánchez. Iciar Izcue Redruello, and Gonzalo Caranicolás.
Felicidades, grandísima enhorabuena. Y ahora por todas, con energía. Felicidades.
From the same program, Don Hao King Hong. Jesús Alberto Martín Castillo. Andrea Morales Zarabozo. Emilio Humberto Moreno Guerrero. Juan Ricardo Pedrosa Crespo, and Francisco Fabio San Andrés Aguado.
Si no vamos tarde. Jesús, ¿verdad? Grandísima enhorabuena, Jesús. Sois unos campeones. Y ahora, a por todas, con energía y mucho ánimo. ¿Vale? Felicidades.
Francisco, from the same program, Francisco Javier Sitzhar Gili, and Luis Taja Avisa. Okay, our last but not least program, Master in Talent Management. Radia Basiri, Cristina Espinosa Galeán, Irene Fernández García, Natalia García Arias, Elisa González Pérez, Ana Gabriela Mata Leal.
Esperamos, que falta todavía una. Ya está Cristina, grandísima, enhorabuena, felicidades por todo, por el trabajo y ahora con mucha energía por todas. Mira, quítate el pelo, que le puedo poner. Quítate el pelo. No te preocupes. No, da igual. Así, es que el pelo se escurre. Ahí.
Mom Mean. Miguel Medina Serrano. Luis, please, be good. Miguel Medina Serrano. Luis Muñiz Patiño. Paula Nieto González. Fabiola Rodríguez Berzosa Salsamendi. Kevin Ruiz Guerra.
Bueno, felicidades ya por todas ahora.
Marifer Salas García Bada. Cristina Tisner Burillo. Now that we have finished with the imposition of graduation stole, one request and one wish from us. The request, be good, please. And the wish, get lucky. Daft Punk.
to get lucky. We're up all night 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 to get lucky.
Thank you very much. Dr. Paul Almeida, Dean of the School of Management at Georgetown University, has now the floor. We are going to see a video from... Sorry. Okay, first of all, we are going to have a graduation video, okay? Sorry for the mistake.
Welcome to the end of the beginning. Your master's ends here, but everything else is just about to start. We know you've done a lot, but there's so much yet to come. We can't wait to see it. You have come here to become one of those people who will change the world, add value, add solutions, and solve the problems that affect us all, focusing on the common good. That's what being revolutionaries is all about. So we can only say, thank you. Thank you, students. Thank you, teachers, staff, mentors, organizations, partners, and all of you who have believed in this adventure and are co-creating a new way of management. Because Advantere goes beyond what is conventionally taught in business schools, creating and not repeating to educate leaders with the ability to face uncertainty. All of you are pioneers, courageous, compassionate, and focused on social impact. The first class of revolutionaries. Thank you for being part of the Advantere story and for making history. We are already proud, but of course, we'll be even prouder in the years to come. So please, revolutionaries, go out and show the world what you came for.
Going to listen to the speech of Dr. Paul Almeida, Dean of the School of Management at Georgetown University.
To our graduates of the Advantere School of Management, congratulations. Today, we are proud to celebrate your sacrifice and innovativeness, your effort and accomplishments, what you've achieved over the past year, and perhaps more than that, the promise of what you will achieve in the future. You hold the distinction of being the first class to graduate from this inaugural program. Thank you for joining us on this journey and for setting a high bar for the program's future. And thank you to our partners at Advantere, to Fathers Enrique Sanz and Jose Maria Guibert, and to the exceptional faculty and staff who have helped bring Advantere to life. Your completion of this program affirms the shared commitment to serve a dynamic and ever-changing world, a world that you will help shape through the guiding principles of Jesuit education. I believe that you can and will make a difference. You will, through your lives and actions, serve the common good. I hope you remember that wherever life takes you, you have the support of your partners here at Georgetown University, at Universidad de Acto, and Universidad Pontificia Comillas, to support you on your professional journey. During your time at Advantere, you participated in important discussions about current and future challenges of business, You gain insights from renowned experts to deepen your understanding of these transformations, and you forge new friendships and relationships with a global cohort of peers across 21 countries, relationships that will hopefully last a lifetime. You've traveled around the world, including to our home in Washington, D.C., to learn business and management concepts through the lens of our Jesuit values. And you've contemplated how business can solve the world's most pressing issues: sustainability, the future of work, healthcare, and other key social impact initiatives. I also hope your time at Advantere has been a time for growth and reflection. I'm often reminded of a saying from Father Adolfo Nicholas, the former superior general of the Jesuits. He suggested that we are not here just to educate the best people in the world, which you are, but also the best people for the world. The education you received at Advantere has prepared you for more than you realize. You carry forward 500 years of Jesuit tradition in seeking to serve the common good. You have learned the tools, techniques, and mindsets to solve challenging issues and lead complex organizations. You are part of a community of professors and classmates who are endlessly willing to help. As you all embark upon your chosen paths, I hope you will push forward with confidence of knowing that you can make a positive difference to yourself, to your families, and to the world. Congratulations on your achievement, and remember, Georgetown will always be your home. And as we say at Georgetown, Hoya Sasa.
Thank you very much, Paul. Now the Rector of the University of Deusto, Dr. Juan José Echevarría, has the floor.
Rector of Comillas Pontifical University, dear Quique, President of Advantere School of Management, dear Carlos, Managing Director of Advantere, dear Guillermo, Graduation Ceremony Speaker, dear Eva, dear Madrina, Academic Authorities, Advantere School of Management graduates, families, friends, dear all. As Rector of the University of Deusto, it's a great pleasure to participate in this graduation ceremony. First of all, I would like to thank the Rector of Comillas for welcoming us to hold this charming ceremony in a unique space and his university. Many thanks, Quique. Next, I would like to congratulate you students of Advantere's master degrees, who are being honored today for all that it means for you. You have achieved a great milestone. And I will also like to take this opportunity to thank the Advantere's managing director, our very dear faculty, the program directors, the program coordinators, and the administrative and technical team supporting the programs, as well as the communication staff. You are also the co-protagonist of this ceremony. Without each of you, it will not be possible to maintain the academic and relational level in each of the programs. You finish your master program at the Advantere School of Management. As you know, Advantere School of Management belongs to Comillas Pontifical University and to University of Deusto, and Georgetown University participates as a strategic academic partner. The three institutions guide and advise the academic development of the school. Advantere School of Management is fully aligned with Deusto's strategic plan. Deusto puts forward a university proposal that is excellent from an academic perspective and is firmly grounded in its own identity, placing people at the center and promoting the collaborative transformation of reality. This proposal is embodied in the motto, transforming our world together. This is the ambitious motivational motto that was chosen at the World Assembly of Jesuit Universities constituted at Bilbao in 2018. It is now also adopted by the University of Deusto as an inspiration for our strategic plan. Allow me briefly to explain the three expressions that make up the motto: transforming, our world, and together. Transforming indicates the purpose of our endeavor, transforming in order to move forwards a fair, more human, and more sustainable world. This is at the core of the university mission and of our challenges: education, research, and transfer, leadership, and a commitment to society in order to transform and humanize the world. We want to make a small contribution to a vital task performed by people who transform the world. Second word, our world, speak of universality, both within the Society of Jesus and the universitas that give us our name and our purpose. Our commitment must have a global dimension in a world that is interrelated and interdependent. And alongside this global dimension is the local dimension that our immediate environment. Global and local are the two faces of today's world. It is our world because we feel we are participants who are jointly responsible for today's world. And the last word, together, is one of our hallmarks. Together as a Deusto University community, students, teaching and research staff, research personnel, administration and service personnel, alumni, families, sharing a single path and project with a whole universe of people, institutions, social organizations, companies, cultural agents, generating alliances, networking. We got here together. We shall win the future together. Together we have worked to set up Advantere between Comillas, Georgetown, and Deusto, so as to train graduates to transform our world. Father Kolvenbach, as former Father General of the Society of Jesus, reminded us that we must be very clear that the real criteria for evaluating our university is not what our students do or have done during their studies, but what they end up being and the responsibility with which they work in the future in favor of their fellow human beings and the transformation of the world, in short, with values. Therefore, you are our ambassadors to achieve a more prosperous, just, and inclusive world, a world of all and for all, a world at peace. You have the best there is to have: values, knowledge, skills, youth, and strength, and many years to give the best of yourselves. I conclude by reminding that compared to millions of people in the world, we are privileged, exclusive people who have been able to access education and many other opportunities, and that you have not studied exclusively for a particular profession, and that cultivating your passions is worth more than any economic success. It is not the degree that make us better. It is the experiences we have had and the knowledge we have acquired. It is not Ithaca, the goal of the journey, as Konstantin Kavafis remind us, but the experiences we have to reach our destination. I hope that each of you on your way can do something for others, and thus embody the ultimate goal of this university, as well as that of Advantere partners, which is none other than to train free people, responsible citizens, and competent professionals, committed to the transformation of society, the achievement of peace and the promotion of justice, here and wherever life may take each of you. We wish you all the best for the future and tell you that the doors of the school, the new school also, are still open to you. And once again, our congratulations. Thank you. And let us go forth and, as Guillermo said before, make a difference. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Juanjo. Rector Magnificus of Deusto, members of Advantere Board and President of Advantere Board, Managing Director and Dean of Advantere, mentors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and most especially those graduating today, to whom I offer congratulations. I'm very impressed of all the speeches of today's graduation ceremony. I am first of all very impressed of the speech of Itziar, Marifer, Juan Ignacio, of their speech on yourselves, our first students of Advantere, and on Advantere itself. I'm very impressed of the speech and of the words of Pilar on the importance of networking. I am very impressed of the speech of Guillermo, and especially of his wish to be part of something bigger. I am also very impressed of the words of Eva on the role in the society of you, pioneers of Advantere. As you already know, Advantere is a Jesuit school of management of two important Jesuit institutions, Deusto and Comillas. In Advantere, dear graduating, you have learned some Jesuit values, which you already share with other students all over the world. Let me focus on some of these values, which are also very important for the Jesuits. The Jesuits have a vision of their universal vocation to go anywhere in the world where there is hope for God's greater glory. This was central to Father Ignatius and his first companions. Their main concern was to cooperate with God's plan of salvation for the whole world. We find this perspective filling every consideration of Ignatius, from the spiritual exercises to the last pages of the constitutions. Advantere has also an universal vocation to accompany young people and professionals in their development as individuals and as the best people for others and the world. Second value, cura personalis is both a characteristic of spiritual accompaniment an important element in Jesuit education and formation. To discover the meaning of this expression, we let ourselves be guided by the annotations at the beginning of the book of the spiritual exercises of St. Ignatius. Cura personalis is expressed in the human act of giving and receiving, an act of transmission and consequently of reception. So the one who gives is impelled to give himself without making himself a barrier, able to renounce inputting anything, and the one who receives is encouraged to act and react personally to the gift received, not being content to stay on the surface of impressions and feelings, but sensing interiorly the gift received and savoring it in the depths of himself. Dear graduating, Advantere has been for you a place of giving and receiving. Let us remember today all the moments and experiences of giving and receiving that you have had and shared among us. All of them are already part of your life. All of them remember us that Advantere was for you a place of cura personalis. Let's move to the third value. Because the world is our home, as the first Jesuits said, every culture that dwells in it is our sister. That is why we Jesuits want to go beyond multiculturality and open ourselves to interculturality as a process of humanization. The society in which we live is multicultural. So are our university communities. Interculturality is something more than the pluriculturality proclaimed by some of the nation-states of the world. Pluriculturality recognizes the presence of different cultures in the territory of a state with laws that defend their existence and promote the coexistence of various cultures. This approach seeks to avoid the imposition of one culture over others in the same state or among nations, as has occurred so many times in history and occurs even in our day in various parts of the world. Interculturality, however, goes beyond the simple fact of persons of different cultures living together in a healthy coexistence. Interculturality begins with the step that is seldom clear and never easy. The first step is to develop a critical awareness of one's own culture that, recognizing its gifts and limitations, goes out to meet other cultures, contributing what one is and being enriched by exchange with the other. I think that Advantere was for all of us a place of interculturality. Dear graduating, keep living the interculturality that you have learned among us in Madrid. Before finishing my speech, I want to thank the families of the graduating students for trusting us and for sending your children to Advantere. To every one of you, thank you very much and congratulations. Now we stand up because we are going to listen to the Gaudeamus Igitur. Thank you very much. The session is adjourned. Thank you very much.
Hay otra canción.
Grupo, ¿no? Fotografía del grupo igual.
Hay otra canción. Sí.
Never
te anima mucho una graduación. Que esto es una graduación, hay que pensar más que sería allí, ¿eh?
Sí.
Porque esto, si no, una graduación es más seria, hija.
Es muy chulo aquí de música.
Encantada,
ha sido preciosa la ceremonia, magnífica.
Creo que hay una foto, ¿eh?
Queda fenomenal todo esto.